Hey, what's up, Raider Nation? My name's Anthony Galamise coming at you. Um, it's draft week, and draft is almost here. Raiders will be entering the 2025 NFL Draft with the sixth overall draft pick. Assuming they keep the pick or they move up or move down, that remains to be seen. But the NFL Draft begins on Thursday, 5 p.m. from Green Bay, Wisconsin, with round one, just round one. Also, the draft continues on Friday with rounds 2 and 3 starting at 4 p.m. and rounds 4 and 7, 4 through 7 Saturday starting at 9 a.m. The Raiders, they have 9 draft picks. They have a first round draft pick, sixth overall, second round draft pick, 37th overall pick, round three, 16th overall pick, round four, 108th, round five, 143rd, round six. There's 3 picks, round six for the Raiders. 180 overall, 213, 215, followed by the seventh round pick, the overall pick 222. Raiders have 2 comp picks, those 2 6 rounders. So we'll see what the Raiders do. I anticipate the Raiders making a trade to add a draft pick. Who's going to be? Don't know. I have a story up on Yardbarker mentioning Colton Miller, who could be dealt. Also mentioned Tyree Wilson, since Malcolm Coots is back. And then also mentioned Aidan O'Connell. I think the Raiders are going to. Vic Tafer had written a story recently that on day 3, the Raiders could move him. They probably add a pick in that one as well. So we'll see what happens on that one. Because General Manager John Spidek covets draft picks. And with the Raiders having 9, I can see them adding 2 more to the fold here to help this Raiders roster where they're pretty, how you say it, not so active in free agency. Unbeknownst to anyone. Though I think the Raiders, following the draft, could sign a free agent wide receiver or even a quarterback. So I think the Raiders are going to see what they can do here as far as who they could draft and how many picks they're going to end up getting, which is, like I said, just 9 picks right now. Like I said, I think the Raiders could add 2 more draft picks, this weekend. But this draft, I'm looking forward to it. Don't see the Raiders picking a quarterback with their first pick. Could see a running back, but the big question mark is: will the Raiders have Ashton? Excuse my pronunciation, Ashton GT. I'll get better at that. But the Boise State running back, is he going to be there when the Raiders make their pick at 6, or if the Raiders move up? Kind of think that Jacksonville Jaguars could ruin that moment, kind of like how the Atlanta Falcons did when they took a quarterback right before the Raiders pick. I think the Raiders, if they stand pat at 6, they can go with, there's still quality, athletes out there that they go with. But if wouldn't surprise me too if the Raiders trade back in round 1 to add draft picks and have somebody move up. That's where maybe the Raiders will get their additional draft picks. But I think the running back is pretty deep, but I think Ashton is a guy who the Raiders should consider drafting because of what he was able to do for Boise State last year. I know college is a lot different than NFL, but just think that Ashton kind of reminds me so much of a little mixture of Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen, to be honest. And he's very powerful, elusive runner, determined. Really enjoyed what I read about him on the Players Tribune. I just think that he's a guy that if he's there, like I said, at number 6, the Raiders need to jump on that quickly and no hesitation. Because, tell you what, Pete Carroll will enjoy having Ashton, as his running back. Kind of not comparing him to Marshawn Lynch by any stretch, but he's a powerful runner. He'll give the Raiders somewhat Saquon Barkley gave to the Philadelphia Eagles. So I know a lot of you out there are hoping for another player, but that's part of the how you say it. There's a lot of differences of what people want to go with. We're not general manager, we're not John Smidek, we're not Pete Carroll making decisions in the war room. But I just think that this draft here, they need to hit it right. And with Brock Bowers being that pick last year, maybe that's going to work out. After all, look at he made the Pro Bowl this past season. He's going to have Geno Smith throwing to him. Now who they're going to go with next? A running back with the first pick? Wouldn't surprise me if Ashton is still there. So we'll see. But I just want to give this a rundown. I'm going to post this tonight after I get done with this. Then come back on Wednesday to talk a little bit more about the NFL draft. Again, my name is Anthony Galvez. I need to be more proactive with my videos on YouTube talking about the Raiders, and would appreciate it if you guys could, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Promise to you that I'll keep talking and give my analysis, whether it be here, well, actually it's going to be here and also on Yard Marker. So, again, my name is Anthony Galvez. Hit the like, subscribe button, and we'll talk again.